Alright, last episode of CrossCode, we did a quest that unlocked a new section of this town that I'd like to explore. We also have a brand new area to go back and visit once I finish exploring and doing side quests here. Ben just streamed his own thing while we were away. Energy espresso, those are all foods. Excalibro. Blue mango. I need one more blue mango. Where the hell do I get that? I think that's an upgrade, too. And my weapons are 40 and 44. Blue mango. There might be someone here, Basin Keep. Maybe not. I should just Google it, it's gonna be way faster. CrossCode blue mango. Yeah, no worries, Gas. Wouldn't want to get spoiled for it. Super, super, super good. No, CrossCode's not twice on the schedule. It's Torment's on Thursday. Double check, see if you do see it twice. Blue mango. Destroy alpha and beta vivid puff plants in Gaia's garden. Does anyone, like, trade it somewhere? I don't think anyone does. Blango. Should show up under botanics, right? Info locked. Here we go. So it's the purple ones in the Ritaville region. Let me see if I can warp over there really quick and get this item. Somewhere around here. Hey, X-Donut, how's it going? Just tossed you a follow. How was your TwitchCon? Okay, that was the mango that I needed. Go back. East. Of course. Ooh, golden chest. Ah, but it's a jumping puzzle to get to it? I was super stressed out about the panel, so I'm glad the panel went really well. That was the main reason I went this year. I'm more of a PAX guy, usually. Excalibro. One of these years I'll go with somebody else. I always go to PAX with other people, so I have a lot more fun there. Mass market knockoff of a legendary weapon. Oh, it's like the Excalibur. Its stats are actually bad. I love it. I mean, I don't love it. That's awful. What a waste of resources, but I get it. Didn't even realize they were doing a Final Fantasy V thing. Giga Spiral Drill. He's got a custom character art. Starfruit Precious Metal Creation Gem. Hopefully the Excalibur didn't require any of those things. No, it didn't. It was all like botanicals. Golden Revolver. Gunner's Trigger, Gold Beetle, Rusty Bits. This game is very good if you haven't played it. It's kind of like a love letter to Super Nintendo titles. Great puzzles. Great fight design. Cool story. Alright, so I think I'm actually going to come back here later after I explore the new area a bit more. PAX is overwhelming. PAX is like 10 different cons rolled into one. So you kind of have to like decide, am I going here to play Magic for a weekend? Am I going here to hang out in the expo hall or just go to panels? Personally, I'm kind of a panel guy. Oh, there's a quest in here. What's up? It's been a while since a seeker visited me. It's the last shade you seek, right? 4 trials you must pass. Because it's a video game, because you're playing an MMO. Trial of Vigor, Patience, Agility, and Insight. Because this guy, like, subs for the mayor. These are all on specific maps, okay? Golden bug holding a lantern. Flower Lake. Carved pathway. Trial of Insight. Roger. I did a panel at PAX that was focusing a little bit more on the whole house husband thing. That is on YouTube. I think if you search house husband. Just the one TwitchCon panel this year. Now that I have my has given a panel before card with Twitch, I think it makes it easier to apply for panels in the future, so I might try to apply next year. I've got some other topics to go into. It's like small streamers specific stuff. Pull a sneaky on him. Oh, darn. Alright, so ricochet puzzle. How many do I have to hit all at once? How much time do I have? Oh, that blocks me. That's interesting. So I think that these are temporary hits. Maybe I have as much time as I need. It's not as bad as it looks. Looks like I just barely hit up there. Hold up. There's my time in the corner. I don't know what that's counting down from, if it's the first one that I hit. Alright. I have to find a way to get up there. There's some games too that have they've been so affected by cultural osmosis, it's very difficult to find someone that like doesn't know the death in Final Fantasy VII, right? If you can find it, that's kind of special. Whoa! Right, samurai bug guys. Alright. These guys are weak against ice? Oh, but then he puts up some kind of shield that changes? Oh no, he's just resistant to ranged attacks when he does that. Okay. Oh god, I'm getting my ass kicked here. Let's try to get some healing. I think they only resist ranged attacks when they have that little buff turned on, though. Ouch. You'd be surprised at the number of blind playthroughs you can get, though. You just have to have streamers like me that are anal about not like blowing their blind playthrough without streaming it. I think I mentioned in the panel that I've basically stopped playing video games since I started streaming. Every now and then I'll be like, it doesn't really matter if it's blind or not, and then I'll get like a YouTube comment or a Twitch commenter that's like, man, it's such a bummer that this isn't blind. Like, Fuck. Oh, that's just to get that item there. Okay, cool. This doesn't get me much further. This doesn't have height, but I can't reach it. Nice, Aki. How do I get to that, I wonder? Not a lot of other places in the stage for me to climb up. Maybe here? No. It could be in the bottom right, actually. Oh, that was a gold chest that I got for hitting all those ricochet switches earlier. Cool. So coming in the zone from the left is not going to... Well, actually... Let me see if this... That does not connect. Okay, that's not what we're doing. It might be along the bottom, but that doesn't let me climb any higher. I'm pretty late in the game. This game is, well, I think the how long to beat for this game is actually something like 27 hours, but I've been super into it, so I've been doing all the side quests. But I'm like in the final act, I would say. I'm actually just exploring areas right now instead of doing story stuff. The premise of this game is that it takes place in an MMO. It's kind of like the .hack concept. So it's got some cool storytelling that's from people that are savvy about what playing an MMO is like. It's got some really cool, like, Lufia-style puzzles or Alundra-style puzzles. Robust Zelda-level dungeons. Might be able to hit that thing, let's see. And it's got this weird, like, billiards puzzle system. Oh, that feels like it might be accessible from here. There's stuff for it to bounce off of from down here, but I don't know if that's the intended way to get up there. That seemed close. Maybe if I ricochet off this thing at the right angle, let's try that. No. Ooh! Calculated. 100% intentional. Not at all lucky. Although getting up here doesn't actually afford me too much yet. It gets me to another puzzle. Nice. Nice. Yeah, things like famous plot twists. Like, you go into something like Citizen Kane. It's a movie maybe a lot of people haven't seen, but you probably still know what Rosebud is, just from cultural osmosis. It's difficult to dodge. Then you kind of have the unfortunate attitude of people in stream are like weird about stuff like that. Or even if they don't give it away, just them being weird about it can make a savvy player suspicious. Like, you know, you could have someone come in that says, it says you're blind for Final Fantasy VII. You know, do you know what happens at the end of Disc 1? And you're like, okay, well, let me start to simulate what that could be, right? They didn't technically spoil anything, and if you cleared them for it, like, I think they'd have a good argument that they didn't do anything wrong, technically. That's awesome, Kaimon. I've thought about showing kids, the machete order? Where you, after the reveal, you cut back to, like, episode 2 and 3, and then you come back to Return of the Jedi. Got to do introduce good video games chronologically to young players. Oh, how did that go, Aki? Yeah. I find that kids are actually not very snobbish about older games, at least the young people that I run into. I was worried that, because I remember growing up back in the 90s and especially the early 2000s, like, I did know snob kids that were just like, the graphics in this game are bad, bro. But I think that games like Minecraft and a lot of these popular indie titles have kind of disabused kids of that notion that everything has to have an enormous graphics budget. So I think it's less necessary than I worried it was going to be when I was younger. If you didn't care for RPGs, enjoyed platforming, sacrifice his childhood to Minecraft. So. Well, I still know some adults who are graphics snobs. Keep getting folks posting like console wars videos in Discord. Which version of this ported game is the best? It's like, what year is it? What, who cares? Alright, so I don't think I came this way last time. Oh no, I did, but I wasn't able to reach anywhere. It was so I could shoot that thing. Alright, I'll try to do some quests then. Bamboo Thicket. Let's give that a shot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, graphics stopped being a limitation like a decade ago. That's a good way to put it. And now it's just a question of, do you want to spend money on that instead of money on something else? I feel like. And some games do, and some games are, you know, gorgeous and have a lot of great gameplay and a lengthy campaign. But I can't get over the sense that, like, you know, God of War 2018, which is basically a perfect game, if it hadn't have been so amazing looking, it would have had more, like, enemy variety, for example. Not that it necessarily needed enemy variety. You start to see in, like, the third act, like, okay, I'm starting to see, like, palette-swapped versions of the mobs I've already been fighting for the whole game. Shuddering Cleaver. 4 sharp splitters, 3 living bolts, and a tremor engine. It would be great if I could buy any of these things, but it probably requires that I fight the mobs outside. I could probably buy the bronze gear if it's like significantly better than what I'm currently holding on to. Let's see. Not significantly better. The cobalt boots are. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like saying that you don't like pixel art games or you don't like 8-bit games is like saying you don't like black and white movies. Like, what does that mean? Like, a movie being black and white doesn't really, like, affect the content in any way, you know? So people have stones instead of hearts. That might be the answer. 2D mode for Dragon Quest XI. Oh man, I'd love to play that whole thing in 2D mode. Can you swap between an orchestral soundtrack and a, like, synth soundtrack? It's Baxter. Oh yeah, this is the dude that was following the suspicious player. So it was like, it was a guy that was framed as an NPC giving me quests, but he was actually a player scamming me. I actually want to finish the side quests, because I've been doing all the side quests leading up to it. And just smuggle objects into the game that are obviously not allowed. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, it's marked as an elite quest. Interesting. Check every landmark in Sapphire Ridge. Don't bother with the ones you've already unlocked. Okay. Oh, and it's got dialogue from my out-of-game dev guy. One of the best side quest starts here. Cool. Hey, they got an Ong Buddha back there. Parts are hidden by the creator of the blueprint, somewhere in Gaia's garden. If you find these materials, I will build the best shoes you will ever wear. Old Geta. Geta wood. Oh, what does nimble feet do? Freely walk on sticky webs. Okay. Twilight shard. Piece of armor from the Twilight Master. So that one probably comes from a boss. And the other two are probably Botanics loot, I assume? There's one of those probes. That's what it looks like. Might not matter until later in the quest. Oh, that was in the Konami Code dungeon. Oh. So it might all be like secret stuff like that. So there's a balcony to this building. Oh, I see the doors now. I wouldn't even have noticed those if you hadn't mentioned it. Maybe I would have seen them outside. Yo! Looking for help with just one person, not a whole party. Sorry, team. There's someone with a little bit of exploration. Let's see a few things no one's supposed to see. We have to break the game. So it is possible to get quests from other players in addition to getting quests from NPCs, right? Beyond just the guy that's obviously scamming you. You have a hard time sharing any of this in the first place. Meet Kid in Rune Valley. Okay. Baron Arcs Maroon Valley. Cool. Sure this is a good idea? Gonna do like wall hacks and stuff. Maroon Valley was over here. Scar. Is it Vivid Path? Check my quest log. No, Baron Arcs. Baron Arcs, there it is. Southeast of this room. Hi, Leah. This is Kit. For a lonely pillar in a nearby chasm. So the player switches characters, like... They do some really cool stuff with the narrative, with the whole MMO theme. I feel like some of the other material I've seen that's like, you know, set in an MMO kind of squanders the MMO part of it. Doesn't like fit it into the core story. Found the lonely pillar. Head straight south. Is there like a little area that we can fit through the wall in here? Looks like tails. How? Tricks you can use to get an avatar like this. So this isn't exactly allowed. The reason they don't want modded avatars, the game tends to glitch. New and unknown territory. Testing area has been left in the playground. I've gotten to some like developer room. There's a dev room in City of Heroes that's hidden really well. It's like, it's not like a fake wall, it's just an optical illusion that you can't tell that you can fit through if you strafe. Do a few things very precisely to get there. Run against this wall. Run at just the right spot. This is great. Keep running at that point. Nice. First wall phasing glitch. Due to a workaround they added in the early days, players would get stuck in arbitrary locations. The workaround would just slightly teleport them forward. I thought that was a thing, right? And wasn't there like a /stuck command in World of Warcraft way back in the day that would just port you to a random X coordinate not far from you? Sometimes you'll see other players running against walls. Much harder to trigger than it used to be. You ever consider multiple players would cooperate to make it work? This is awesome. More to the east. I'm glad they thought about this from like a mechanics perspective. Like, what sort of quests can we add that are going to fit in the game only because it's set in a video game, right? Dig through the report menu. Sounds right. Just a hell spawn of a few over-ambitious interns. Area is optimized for single players. They didn't bother making it a proper instance. I see. Probably need to trigger it from back here. And blow those up. Why do I care, though? I think I see. I think I can shoot through there now that I've destroyed the boxes. I want to spoil the solution. Nice. Place an Ogremar where you could fall into the city just by running forward in a specific spot. Which lets you scale the mountain. Oh, that's cool. .hack had a hacker character that modified their character to be a cat. Nice. So this is kind of a reference to that. I should probably play more of / watch more of .hack before I judge it. Oh, interesting. See how it's optimized for single players? Shit. There's other stuff like, what, Sword Art Online, like anime that goes for that setting. I don't know. I don't think you could do wall hacking without it just being a. If it was just a normal fantasy story, like why would you do that? Oh shit, sand. My bad. So places you can fall on purpose. Oh. How? Quick sand Mickey respawn from the top? That's neat. Nice. I like that this isn't too hidden. Like, it's too cool of a quest for it to have been an NPC that was difficult to find, but it actually is on, like, the quest board, right? Okay, so it always drops me there. I see. And what I would be hitting here. Oh, tight pants. Okay. Three warps here. Could have been worse. Shit, I wanted to fall. Okay. Nice. Very cool. So I think it was this one. If I can reset back to the beginning, this should be good. Perfect. Got the parkour. Seems like you're almost through. The hell? Good God. This quest was added in a later patch, so the song's not in the OST. Oh, this was patched in, really? This is robust for post-patch material. I see. That is actually higher than I am, isn't it? Appears to be. I see. Clever. Oh, but we don't want that. Ah, shit. It's not good. No! I don't know if I made any shortcuts to get back more easily. Let's see. This game's pretty good about doing that, though. Setting up so you can hurry back and get back to where you were. Hey, thanks for the follow, Exit Donut. It's cool seeing you at TwitchCon. Already dead. Thank you for putting me up top. Oh right, I'm supposed to shoot the thing. First try. You just cheated. Called a JADC. It is just a testing area. Be a very nice challenge after this. I'm happy to hear it. Not that thing. People who came up with this. Started as a joke that escalated. What's it called? Don't use this. Ended with this mess of a boss fight that breaks the majority of our design guidelines. They're really proud of their creation, so of course they just hide it somewhere. She's like, bye. Let's try it again. Okay, so lightning does seem to cause a stun effect on it, sort of. Here, what about it breaks the design philosophy, I wonder? Is this meant to be like a super boss, or should I be able to handle it now if I'm careful with it? Kind of looks like a Super Nintendo, actually. Kind of hard with an endgame character. Okay, I can always come back later. Big thing is I don't have a lot of room for error. The fight as is. You can pull something in when it's doing that attack. Okay, so I think when it's doing that, there's something you can do to it. And it does this like smash attack. What can I feed into it when it does that, I wonder? Ow. Come on, there you go. Okay, it does a different attack if I start meleeing it when it has the arrows. Gotcha. I'll give it a few more tries just to see if I can learn the mechanics, if I can, like, do one break on it. If I can, like, never get hit by that would be really nice, too. Really don't want to let it hit me when it does that. It's really bad. I could try doing perfect guards there instead of trying to dodge it too. You can heal from that. Okay, it's possible. Practice the timing. Ah, that sucks. Guard break. Shows how infrequently I ever press a guard button. A dodge guy. So you can't guard break if you get perfect guards, right? It doesn't affect your total guard meter, I assume. Yeah, you gotta aim those almost exactly. Okay, so if it's a super boss, it probably can't beat it. I'm gonna give it one more try to see if I can get the perfect guard timing down. Otherwise I'll come back to this guy later when our stats are a little bit better. Can't phase transition very quickly right now. Oh, interesting. I'm actually not sure why he phase transitioned there, because I shot him with lightning? I like the cloud when he spawns in, too. What does a yellow damage number mean when there's like a block effect happening? A golden damage number. Let's try popping a region ability here. Nope. Yeah, we'll come back later. That's super cool though. Go back and do some main quests back over here. Is there some? Is the dad guy that's trying to collect all the gear pieces? Does he exist somewhere in the cave-in? I've been in all the rooms, but I didn't see him. Bamboo Thicket has some stuff we wanted to do if I can get over there. And grow the bamboo so densely. Oh, is the dad guy that's trying to collect all the gear pieces, is he somewhere in cave-in? Perception is a skill few can master. Oh no, don't tell me that this is a Link to the Past monkey maze. Okay. It is a Link to the Past monkey maze, goddammit. This is one I might need to switch to WASD for though, right? It's 1, 2, thought I saw it go down. It totally is. They do a really good job of like being inspired by stuff like that without being like super on the nose about referencing it, you know? I guess that's totally its own thing. You've done well. Okay, Mr. Golden Bug, Samurai Man. Sweet. Okay, we had 3 more of those. He gave me subquests. Nesting Grounds, Flower Lake, Carved Pathway. Flower Lake is north a bunch. And I have to find the other landmarks too. I never did kill one of these panda guys. Panza against Ice and Lightning. This might be a bad decision. I think I have to trigger a break to be able to do a decent amount of damage to them. Yeah, there it is. Whoa! Kaboom! Spawn these, like, wind pillars on the ground? Or is that me that spawned that? Is that my level 3 wind attack? Oh, shit. Hopefully I get to keep my... Oh dear. No, I should have left the room first. Oh, bummer. Alright, I'm gonna do it again. So I know where it is now. See you, exit. Have a good night. Thanks for popping in. Good seeing you. I thought maybe this would happen if I didn't zone transition. Or manually save. Glitchland quest is 9 levels higher than I am? Okay. We'll try it again later then. Super cool quest though. I'm very much into it. I already know there's a finite number of melodies, right? Like, how many reasonably sounding victory fanfares are there? Is it like in the dozens, in the hundreds or thousands? Before they start to sound extremely similar, I guess I should say. It's through Spider Chasm, okay. I was not doing it on purpose, because I guess the enemies scale when they're with me, right? Probably not cheese certain enemies. I think I asked this last time, but I can't cross through Flower Lake from this side right now, right? Oh, I just never come up here before? Oh, I guess not. It's a nice way to remind you to use lightning on these guys in case you forgot. Cool. Whoops. Sorry. Sorry. This should be the other side of Flower Lake, right? Almost. Oh, but I think that there's a quest guy here too. There he is. Yo, what's up? Agility can be a curse and a blessing. Test speed and reaction time. Follow the bug to be aware of its trickery. I see. Hey, and thanks for the host exit. Seeing the one that's further away is probably the real one in most cases. Jumping puzzle challenge, I see. There's blue. Against wind. Ow, Jesus. Well, that's not good. I don't remember the Garo. What enemy is that? Okay. Here we go. Could be somewhere I can jump up, right? Hot sauce. Awesome. Oh, yeah. Hop around. Maybe the one that's further away. Or rather, more of a hassle to reach. I see. That's clever. Well, that went pretty well. I usually don't like the laser, but pretty good use case for the laser there, I gotta say. You guys are weak against fire too, aren't they? Yes. Get him in a tight corridor, apparently, and the laser suddenly ceases to suck. Alright. Nah, I do my RuneScape recording offline. This game is an MMO, or is set in an MMO. I don't know if they can reach me from down there, actually. Come on. If I could find a way to go live fast forward, maybe I would stream more RuneScape. Yeah, I can't get him to reach there. Oh, it's so close. Come on, man. There it is, first try. They don't follow you instantly. It's basically just a shortcut now. We follow more aggressively before they start to blow up. That one seems trivial to get to. That one also seems trivial, but slightly less trivial. Oh, you have chosen poorly. You have to fight things again eventually, but... no penalty for that one. Thank you. My other two were Nesting Grounds and Flower Lake. Oh yeah. Is that the purple bar under my health? I guess I could farm those specific bugs repeatedly. This is a different room. Sorry. Not actually helpful. Also not helpful. So those are too tall for me to jump on. That is also too tall for me to jump on. This zone theme reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy X. There's a couple of tracks on that soundtrack that were not Uematsu. Was when he started to disengage from Final Fantasy. Sad times. Right. Nesting grounds. One of the trials is here. Strength and speed. Vigor, huh? Why? Sorry. Survive the onslaught of spiders. Ice spiders. Which is nice because the webs slow you. And they're ice elemental and chill slows you. Makes perfect sense. That was interesting. I don't think I've seen them do that before. Ow, 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 ow. That attack is not good. Spiders working together move. Not a big fan. That one. Need to, like, dodge that or block it or something. Kaboom. Oh, I didn't realize I had a time limit for this too. Yikes. Alright, try it again. Or is it just that I have to survive until the time limit ends, so I don't have to kill all of them? stay focused on me so I don't get overwhelmed with combo moves. Golden damage numbers are crits, so okay. A lot easier if I just keep on top of their spawns. Which I am now not doing. Phew. A lot of XP there. Trial of Vigor. Thank you. I love golden bugs. Alright, circuits. Main circuit stuff I'm looking for. Probably going to start doing max health, even though I'm usually not the biggest fan since it affects my regen rate. Overload reduction, though, is the name of the game here. Quite at 3 lightning. Alright, so the last one is in Flower Zone, which is probably only accessible on the left side, so we'll try that here. I've got really bad hay fever. I probably got convention sick. Not anything that is going to keep me from playing, but if my voice sounds weird, that's probably why. You get that thing where you have to keep itching the roof of your mouth with your tongue. It's the worst. I used to get really bad hay fever growing up, but I fortunately haven't really had to deal with it in a long time. Alright, you guys get lots of XP, right? That's a lot of damage indicators. Good God. I think I was just pretty behind on level coming into the zone. The game has basically told me, you can skip random battles, and I'm like, great. It's always 1,000 XP. Oh, I don't think I ever noticed that. So you can tell by how much XP you're getting per kill whether it's significant or not. see what you mean about it following you faster before it starts to self-destruct. I guess that makes sense. Shit, already late. That probably makes more sense. Whoa! Wasn't expecting you guys to come alive like that. They're a little bit more reasonable now that I'm a few levels higher than last time I fought them. Yeah, I forgot about that dash move I just got. Everything's fine. There you go. Still this carved pathway though, isn't it? Ah, but it's a part of carved pathway that I hadn't accessed yet. Okay. Let's do something over on the opposite side. Excuse me. I'm guessing they just use the gold, silver, and bronze boxes now to indicate, like, how important a chest is, which I still think is useful. There's so many chests in the game. Help you to decide whether it's worth pursuing something. General rule probably holds true, though, that, like, the more of a hassle it is to get to it, the better it probably is, right? Dudes are just aggro. That's what I was trying to do a second ago. Ow! Jesus. Double ow. Double Jesus. Kaboom. All chests are important. Sure. But, like, you know, a golden weapon upgrade is more important, I would say, than another potion sandwich. Strictly speaking, I agree with you. It's a secret, you gotta catch them all, right? Oh, jeez. Yeah, me too. Streaming has helped me with that. I'm less of a completionist than I used to be. This game, it's more interesting though. It's like, if you're trying to get all of the chests, it means you're probably doing a lot of unique exploration tasks, doing unique jumping puzzles and unique ricochet puzzles in a lot of cases. But the problem I'll run into is just that, like, 100%ing a game when there's so many games that we can play on the schedule, at some point you're squeezing blood from a stone. You're not getting as much value per second as you were beginning of the game. I think some really great games, like, one of the reasons I like Mass Effect so much is that so much of the content feels significant that it doesn't feel like it's blood from a stone for a really long time. Outside of, like, the planet scanning content. This game too, though. Lots of non-degenerate content. Man, I fought them once, like, I could handle these guys now, and now they're just kicking my ass. Let me try to kill them here. You just try to use that decoy a bunch. One of them off me. Yeah, if you're not streaming, you'll often have the feeling of like, I'm gonna get as much value out of this game that I bought as possible, right? So I don't think it's like one way is right or wrong, basically. Ow. But that's part of why I feel like I'm free now to just beat a game and not do all of its side content all the time. Because as much as I like being a completionist, this also meant that I like often would not finish games. I would get really close to the end, and then I would burn out while trying to finish it, 100% it, long before I actually got to the credits. Get some healing off the spider, that helps a little bit. That was weird. Wow, did I just get double lightning bolted? Cannot kill these guys for the life of me. Digital Devil Saga 2. Not a great start. This guy's only weak against wind? Yes. Guess they're not... They're just not particularly weak against the other elements. Oh, maybe this is what I should be doing. Okay. Got it. Lesson learned. Spark 10, value. Totally worth it. Final Fantasy 10, yeah. I actually have 100% of Final Fantasy 10, not on stream, but in real life, back in the day. Not the international version, though. Like, if I had had access to the international version, that completely would have been my jam. Interesting. Right. Well, like, actually, the rewards from the Monster Arena, like the bosses that you unlock, are super cool, but the hassle of going through the game and catching 10 of everything is so annoying. I guess it's there to make sure that you don't accidentally run into extremely difficult content. Focusing on, it's a deer scare. Just another Earthbound trial. That's cool. This is for the devs to show off their idle animation, and I get distracted. I love the thing in the corner throwing you off too. I think I hit it at 11. Yeah, my bad. I thought there was a double hit in there once the other things ran in and it was like just barely hovering over the top of it. I love the whole, I tried to make it easier for you by making a counter. Hooray! Yeah, there was one there where I didn't notice the ripple, but I thought it hit it. That's pretty genius, though. Actually did a pretty good job of distracting you. I feel like you could do something like that Trial of Patience in another game, but having the insider character that pops up and says, hey, I'll keep a counter for you, like, that's actually distracting. Oh, maybe they actually are going to cheat for me. Or I feel like you would second guess a distraction like that in another game, be like, hey, fuck you. At first I wasn't even reading what he was saying, because I assumed that that was meant to just be a distraction. I don't even know where this would start. Backtrack it later. Probably up there. It's a slow-mo thing. Okay. Really, though? I guess it has a chance to ricochet a couple times. Oh, I'm supposed to turn it off, right? Okay. Got it. One more again. Neat. Sonic Spike. New weapon would be really nice. With the Excalibur. Attack plus 46. Penetrate at the speed of sound. Royal Guard. Oh no, not Royal Guard. Cool. Okay, so I think I can continue now. The dude that was down in the Tranquil Bamboo. That's fun. Part of this game's completionist metric does check for whether you got all the chests, right? We did the botany log. Golden Guardians of the Ridge have whispered of your feats. To complete one final trial, take this key. Northeast of Sapphire Ridge. Right, I didn't finish exploring this place. I guess by finish exploring, I mean explore at all. Tea, any item that has tea in the name is region food, right? Shortcut. Close enough. Ow. Don't believe that is a makeable jump. I see. Maybe, I don't know if it actually can reach that. Oof. Lame. Probably need to kill this rock first. Probably also need to kill all of these things. And I just die from the burn damage, that's awesome. Alright, so I had a lightning skill that I wanted for 3. Might have an ice skill for 3. Might be out of overload reduction upgrades. Frozen ice spear. Have to get that eventually. Stuck on a wall there. Dude, I feel like I got it closest the first time when I had all the enemies and blocks and stuff in the way. I don't know how good its pathing is. I think I can hit it, like, forward a little bit. Maybe not. I'm assuming this is the intended way to do this, because it's so close. Huh. At that time it moved away differently. Whatever, it worked. just farm these spiders forever if I need to catch up on levels and go fight the Super Nintendo boss again. I wonder if the whole commentary about, like, this boss didn't really meet our design standards, but they were really proud of it, so they kept it in the game. Like, I wonder how meta that is. It was true of the developers of this game, you know? So I have to activate that first. Interesting. Ah, that's cool. Doi. I could sense it to the right. I should probably trace out the solution before I start. Send it down. Why do we want that? It must bounce left here or something. Alright, here we go. Okay. So I need to find some way to get in there and get on that switch. Some way I can jump straight to it, though. Oh, maybe it's this way? I think this is right. You gotta, like, book it over here. Hit this thing. Now it bounces here and goes to the right. So let me try to have a plan here. Then we hit this thing and it bounces off that wall. I hit the thing and it hits the switch. And that does something that I want. Okay. Got it, I think. Just need to execute. Hurry up. Shit. Well, fuck that up. Let's try it again. I realized if I jumped down, I couldn't get back to the right quickly. I gotta stay on the upper level. Seriously? Really? Where did you assholes come from? Can y'all not? Start going this way now. First try. Golden chest. Shining bracer. Damn. Arm protection preferred by sages and philosophers that saw a life of conflict. Defensive stats. Slightly weaker attack. Restores SP on guard. A lot of guard buffs that I'm not as excited about, but... Status rush. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. Actually, like speed of inflicting burn. Increases the chance that, increases the rate at which negative statuses are applied. This area looks a lot like the very beginning of the game. I mean, all of Sapphire Ridge does, but try going east from here. This game does a lot of things right, as we've said over and over throughout the playthrough, but one thing that I'm particularly impressed by is stuff like the prologue where you're playing as Shizuka. Like, that manages to be intriguing. I mean, obviously the player is not meant to know what the hell's going on, right? It's meant to be confusing. And usually when you run into something like that in a video game, in my experience, if it's by an indie dev, that, like, the dev kind of thinks it's clever because they know what's actually going on and the player doesn't. What was a game that did this? Where it had, like, a reveal. I guess it's not an indie game, but Bayonetta felt like this, where it was, like, all this stuff with Cereza and the little girl, you know? I mean, I guess you could guess that that was Bayonetta. But, like, you couldn't really theorize anything. Nothing interesting was going on until he just revealed it. So it's like, maybe you're supposed to enjoy this more in a second playthrough once you get how it's supposed to work. But it's, like, just really confusing your first time through. Whereas this one, it's... you don't understand why it's happening the first time through, but it doesn't seem like it's pointless until the game reveals who she is and why you should care about her. Right? Because then it's doing a bunch of red herrings with Shizuka and Leah. Like, you have a lot of reasons to suspect, oh, this is what's going on, or maybe this is what's going on. Prey did a really good job of that, too. Prey, the beginning of the game kind of sets up the expectation that more is happening than what you think is happening, but it leaves you room to theorize. It's not just arbitrary what the answer is. GM tried to do that with a 1.5 hour dream sequence. You're supposed to fail. Yeah, when I say indie devs, I mean dungeon masters as well. I can't put my finger on it. Like, I don't know if there's a word for the phenomenon I'm describing. There's probably a TV trope for it. I imagine it as, like, you know, the DM or the developer, like, cackling with glee whenever there's a scene that makes perfect sense after you've beaten the game or beaten the story and are looking back at it flashback. And the players just are like, what the hell is happening? And they're like, ha 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 ha, I know what this all means and you don't, you dummy. And it's like, okay. And I don't think that those stories are necessarily bad. I think that people definitely, like, glob onto them. Like, if you're willing to put in the effort to understand what the fuck is going on in Bayonetta, and you're the kind of person that wants to play Bayonetta, like, 4 times, then you're probably the one that's getting the most value out of the game and its story. It may have been like stream-related frustrations, but I had that feeling with Nier Automata, which once I beat the game, I felt like that game was brilliant, but I like hated it for every second of the game until I finished it, and then I finished it, oh, that was actually pretty great. I really like what they did with that. SP region, really? It's neat. I didn't notice they called it the Leaf Bracer. What's that from originally? Oops, I'm trying to... Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, why do I know that name? You have that equipped because it makes it so you can heal without getting interrupted. I like when there are things that aren't copyrighted but are just commonly named within a series, like Kaiser Knuckles, that other indie games will just pick up. Like, yeah, we'll have a fist weapon called Kaiser Knuckles. Why not? You failed the adventure at character selection and didn't find out for 5 hours. Wow. Was it like trying to be like do like an avant-garde thing with that, or? Yeah, this is a significant dojo that we're in right now. Show us what you've learned. Element of these guys. That's nice. Nice chill. It's pretty useful. Especially to dodge that attack. Helps a lot when they go in slow motion. Probably gonna fight every element of Bugman, right? Oh. Alright, so we learn the wind is what they're technically weak against, but they have a much easier time here. Leaf Bracer paying off there a little bit. Oh wow. I used to take 1200 damage from that, now I only take 600 from those defensive buffs I picked up. Making a difference. Like the first two games on the longest journey will go, wait, that's not supposed to happen, that's not how this works. After the reveal, it makes sense. Piece together what's going on if you paid attention. Vagabond. No, I think the longest journey is great at setting things up so that you're theorizing the right things, right? I feel like that's the best way to do a mystery is to think about what the player might think is happening. Because I think what's probably hard from a creative perspective if you're writing a story like that is that once you know what's actually going on, you can't not know what's actually going on in the story. So it's really hard to imagine what it's like to be a person that's consuming the story for the first time and trying to figure it out for themselves. Something like Prey does a really good job of, like, as the story escalates, you think it might be going this way or that way or this way or that way, even though there's actually only one way that it's really going at the end of the day, right? We gotta fight the Golden Beetles. Face the guardian of this place. Are you the guardian of this place? Let me step outside to trigger an autosave first. Nice. Get Mario Kart music. Oh, he's the Twilight Master, okay. We needed his stuff for one of the upgrades earlier. Nice chill on this guy, seems pretty good. That's kind of a cool attack. See, chill on this guy actually seems somewhat OP. We make sure that he doesn't lose his chill status. That would make me very sad. Those little shadow ninjas, it's very cool. Reapply the chill. That's never gonna land against this dude, he's way too fast. Ouch. Worried about lightning bolt at the end of this attack, right? That attack, yeah, that was the one I was worried about. Whew, yikes. Cutting it a little close there, just a teensy bit. Phase transition, completely calculated. I like the elemental changes during this, that's pretty sweet. Shit. I think I realized I could change elements on this, on the pause screen there, like while holding the left bumper. That makes things a lot easier. Oh, jeez. That was going pretty well. I got confused. I thought he was already done with his attack. Alright, let's try it again. Nope. Perfect guard's not going to make it easier for me to kill him there. Cool fight though. Makes it harder. Yeah, let's see that. Man, I think I had my best attempt on my first try. It's gonna take me a while to build up to that again. Let's see. Definitely makes it easier to dodge, though. Sort of. Like he's able to slow me too, or something. I'm not super clear on how it works. That status rush upgrade is really nice for these bosses. I only have to hit them one time to trigger it. What is doing to slow me here? Maybe it's like when I'm near him, he gets slowed. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. That's the lightning bolt if he lands it on me, right? Probably. Oh, interesting. Because if I hit the right one, I get that? That's pretty convenient. Just brute force him, I guess. Damn. This is an attack he killed me with last time. Oh shit, I thought I had ice turned on for all that. So you can get a break off on him because you can see which one is affected by your negative status. Gotcha. Shit. Did not realize I was supposed to not hit the shadow clone to get rid of him. That went much better. Let's see the day a seeker would best be in combat. Earn the Mark of Mastery, and with it, the Meteor Shade. I'm closer to making that ultimate item now, too, right? I might go try to fight the Super Nintendo boss again now that I'm a bit higher level, have some better gear. Mage versus Samurai, you can imagine how that goes. Bug Samurai boss. Was something outside the dojo? What's up, Mr. Chozo? Trials given by the creature of these lands. You prove your vigor, patience, agility, and insight. I'm down with the lack of dungeon at the end. It's the very frontier of Operation Trackwalker. Completed your objective. Every time a seeker completes a track, we feed essential input into the ancient system. Wait for the expansion to be released. Now access Rhombus Square. Yeah, how very MMO of them to have a special endgame city you unlock after completing the MSQ. Into the track and get out into Rhombus Square. It means you've reached the end game. I was expecting another dungeon, and Instantainment's working on it. Crossroads is still early access? Complete gaming experiences have become rare these days. At least it's all coherent with lore. Zero to 5. This is the northern part of Sapphire Ridge. No new lore this time, huh? Not yet, at least. I think they're ever gonna add more. So is there an actual intent of there being a dungeon in this section, I wonder? Pretty cool fight. Walter really dug it. Nesting ground or the trial of vigor. Supposed to be playing Red Dead today, but had disk issues that were unexpected. I haven't played the game in like a year, so. Make sure the disk drive isn't going out on my 360. I really don't want to buy another 360 just for streaming. I never did Red Ring though, so I might be due for it. So the Meteor shade means that I can now access all of the circuit boards, right? I do the full sphere grids. Nothing is gated anymore. I didn't think I had too much gated anymore anyway. It's not in there. See, I thought the same thing, this name. I was like, I thought I got it on Xbox One, but I pulled up my Xbox One and looked through my game history and it wasn't in there. And it shows in my achievement and recently played history on the 360. I couldn't tell from the playthrough itself, like watching the VOD, what UI I was in, because I was already in 360 mode. Starshade give you full access to the sphere grid. Yeah, that was the first thing I did. Is I booted up the Xbox One, and I'm like, I think I got it on here, right? And then I looked at my game list, and it just wasn't in the game list. I'm like, wait, what? So it must have been on the 360. I have the disc. I own Red Dead on 360 and PS3, but I wouldn't have my save on PS3, so we didn't go with that. Pretty tough. I'll give it a try again in a second here. I can remember how I got up to it. I'm just running around this map. That's right. Oh, I didn't realize it locked you in the room. Interesting. Does that make sense? Well, we could have won. One more try. Oh, that's annoying. Not what I meant to do. I'm gonna get that burn status off. I'm already dead here because I triggered the wrong ability. But I'll come back and I should be able to win next time. I guess we're okay. Swarkeeper. Blading out of thick sheets of metal used by blood-hungry warmongers. HP and attack up. What's Berserker do? Oh. I think I want to replace the Shining Bracer because the defensive buff on that is awesome, and I think it makes it so that I can inflict status effects better. Let me go attempt the Super Nintendo boss again really quick. I don't think I have a quick warp there, do I? Baron Arcs. Probably still gonna get my ass kicked, but I'm just curious if I do significantly more damage or take significantly less damage. Well, that's convenient of them. Thanks, game. Very nice. I think I'm taking quite a bit less damage from that now. Guessing he's just, he's not immune to status effects. Interesting. I mean to chill at least. Oh, and that when he's chilled, that makes that way easier to dodge. Cool. We got our first ever break against him. Yeah, I think this is doable now. Could actually inflict burn on him, possibly. Hey, Spider Doom, how you doing? Oh god. Okay, don't get hit by those 3 back-to-back notice when chill wears off, basically. That was a mistake. Chill is up. And don't walk into the giant icicles either, okay. I did it again. Keep switching, unfortunately. Okay, so I think I can win this. It's going to be tough because he still hits pretty hard, but I can actually learn the fight and trigger break and all that fun stuff. Alright, so I can't guarantee that I'm going to get the hit off on him at the very beginning that I want. Because the attack that I'm using that attack like sometimes takes a second to hit him, it looks like. Oh, you haven't seen this game before? It's really cool. It's got a lot in common with Lufia. Oh, nice. Lundra, Zelda, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy. Oh, nice phase transition there. Alright, so what does he do on the phase transition? He becomes Lightning Elemental. I do not know how to dodge that attack, apparently. Okay, I gotta learn phase 2, turns out. And most of his forms are fake during phase 2. Yikes. Let's try again. Yeah, so if he starts doing that move right away, then my charged ice shot doesn't chill him. That's probably my best chance to get the chill off when he does that. Although sometimes I can lose the opportunity to phase transition when he does that. I'm not super clear yet. Now I got chill off. Burn. I don't know if he can actually be affected by the lightning status effect. It looks like the answer is no. I think he's still chilled. I think he loses status effects during phase transitions. That's as far as I can tell. Okay, so the one that's on the ground, right where he drops, is the real one there. Whoa! 3 times in a row. I'm gonna decide if I want to keep pressing the story or keep attempting him. I haven't really seen much of phase 2, so... There's our chill. too close to him to get a burn off on that. See if that chill carries over into phase 2. I'm gonna guess no. A lot of explosions. Chill is back off. I'll take that, it could have been worse. Evil bunnies? That's awesome. Okay, reburned him. Probably need to reapply chill soon. Phase transition, possibly. It wasn't a full-on break, though. Yikes. Shit. Alright, Leaf Bracer, thank you. Kingdom Hearts abilities. Okay, there's chill. I'm not gonna be able to survive phase 3 now, right? Don't know what's up next at all. Shit, I think chill wore off, didn't it? Oh, I'm dead-zo! Bummer. Didn't even get to see phase 3. Okay, I'm gonna give myself 3 more attempts before we progress the story and come back and try him later. I feel like it's doable right now, but I just gotta learn that next phase. Okay, there's our chill. Probably does a triple drop in this phase. Burn does a shitload of damage on him too. Nice break. Chill. I got burn off on him, so that's good. Get a break status here in a second. Wind bunnies. Still not ice, de-iced though. Oh, he teleported out before I could finish that cast, yikes. Now you get to see the phase transition though. Come on, burn him through. Alright, so I got a small heal out of that. What does phase 3 look like? Guard break, shit. It looks like a lot of kitty gun attacks. Okay. Thanks. Two, three, right? Okay. Oh, the bunnies are way faster now. Looks like the way you hit them is still kind of the same basic idea. This is where I die. Right now. I have the vision. Alright, 2 attempts left. 2 more. Not great when it plays out like that. Having to wait for it to reflect takes forever. Perfect. Break and everything's great. Perfect. It's really hard to get chill off when he's in that phase like that. Comes bunnies, which I don't really know how to dodge fast bunnies. I can deal with, I got 1 attempt left. I can deal with chill bunnies, so I really need to land chill on him in phase 2 quickly. Or I could just get good, but easier said than done. Could also not do the level 2 ice attack. Oh, I bet that's my strategy. So I'd have to wait too long and he stops being vulnerable by the time I have it ready. Do the same thing with getting burn on him, it looks like. Just walk out of the way of that. Phase transition. He first thing he does is he dodges you. Need to get that chill off. Can I pop a region at least? Bunnies I can dodge in slow-mo. Sort of. Okay, plans. Make plans. Fast bunnies, right? No, chill's already wore off. Not good. Alright. I could totally beat him though, I've learned more in those 3 attempts. Oh no. No I don't, but that tells me I'm doing something wrong. No, it's okay. It's basically impossible to ask that question, right? Even though I might. So you can tell me what I'm doing wrong after I finish him here. I know there's something you can do while the arrows are pulling in on him. I've just been using it as an opportunity to inflict chill and burn. There's chill. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble now. Burn off. Only one of them is real after the teleportation there. Bunnies. Buy more sandwiches soon. I'm running low. Almost a phase transition. There's a phase transition, okay. Got that. Moved out of my way, rude. It was through random luck that I was able to dodge that attack last time. Oh, it didn't last as long that time. Interesting. Shit. Ah, knocked me off the stage. It's pretty good. I'm gonna keep going. I think I can beat him. I just gotta keep learning. Treat it like a Dark Souls boss, right? Ow. There's the break. Perfect. Chill right on the phase transition. That was weird. I had faced the wrong way that time. Stuck in my region. Might just be able to dodge if he's chill instead of trying to perfect guard time it. Go ahead and pop a sandwich here. Okay, phase 3. Let's make sure I'm still regioning. Alright. He's hard. Especially with me doing it wrong, apparently. Burn afflicted. Interested to see what it is once I finish the fight. I think dashing actually makes that face harder. Yeah, this works a lot better than trying to dodge, or trying to block. Apply chill. Apply this during the downtime. Whew. First try. That was a hard fight. Okay, what did I miss about the fight? What did I do wrong? What would have made that easier?
We've got this, Marstead. Where? Ow. Where? First try.
Oh. I think sure was unexpected, wasn't it? Really didn't shy away from using all the assets they got their hands on, huh? You can hop on top of him and hit him in the eyes? Oh, that's what the red arrows are supposed to mean. Yeah, I figured that I was missing something about that part of the phase. What you get for playing unofficial content? Seems like that's a pretty significant reward. I love that whole thing of like breaking through walls and fighting a secret boss. Does this character have more quests that have been added since launch, or just that one? Never do this kind of thing again. Lunatic pause. Increases damage dealt immediately after dashes. Increased duration of invincibility when dashing. Grants an extra dash. Yeah, I'll take it. Perfectly regular cactus. Because that's the only way to get up onto this little platform here, too, huh? Alright, let's see. If I want to do more stuff here, you can go to Rhombus and see what all is going on there. Check out the in-game city. Upgraded Crystarium. Hey, Ascended, how you doing? Cool. Nice. I love when you get like a brand new UI late in the game like this. Also kind of like the Leah speech bubble there. Croissant Cafe. Okay, got it. Make main stage selection, right? Like when you get in the Wily stages. There is at least one building I can enter here. Hey Zla, how you doing? Bell Wielder. This is a bookstore. I'm not sure what else you hope to find here. The bass line in this song is awesome. Hey, it's my buddy. Broken chakrams. I am. So the entire Broken quest line, like, you have to do them all sequentially, right? You can't, like, run into him in the second zone if you didn't do the quest from in the first zone. Locals indulge passionately in the art of poems. The whir in the bellow. Silent even fall shall mealy stern bug wait by the campfire. Strong panda walks watching the berry tree. Bug by a campfire. Panda by a berry tree. I assume it might be something that's not marked on the map, but check the ones that are marked. So, like, the more I'm playing video games and experiencing MMOs, the more I think that content's kind of cool. Like, developers rightly have this terror of players missing out on content. If you've ever been a DM before in a tabletop RPG, you've probably experienced that before too. Like, oh my god, no, I made this dungeon, please see my cool dungeon, right? Oh no, this is the end game, we don't want to go this way just yet. But I've got it marked now. And the idea of, I'm only able to do this content because I did a shitload of content before it, like, I guess makes it feel more special in a way? I don't know. My gut reaction is to say, that's not good. What if you miss the first NPC and you never know to look for them after that? Like, you just missed out on a really significant quest line, but it's part of the whole double-edged sword thing we were talking about before. Alright, so let's see if we can find a campfire. That there are basically no features you can add to a video game, especially to an MMO, that don't take something away from the experience in the process. There are no obvious quality of life improvements. Rolled an 18 on the blood draw, meaning they didn't have to stick you a bunch of times? Yeah, no, I hear you. Seems judicious about it. It's got a cool character design. Bella Docta. Is this a backer? It's a very specific name. Fighting a few monsters in Sapphire Ridge. That's cool. That's something to celebrate, Isla. Actually, I do okay with finger... I have to do a finger prick now, because my left thumb has no feeling in it from when I cut my thumb tip off. Blessing in disguise. I thought it was going to be a career-ending injury that I wouldn't be able to play video games anymore, but the nerves around my thumb tip have, like, picked up the slack, I guess. But I have really hard to find veins, so if they have to, like, actually draw blood, it's usually a nightmare. Alright, so I think I'm going to do one pass through all of the zones here, trying to like organically find the campfire and the panda by the berry tree. But I don't think I want to loop through it too many times, so I might just ask like what screen it's on if I do my first pass and miss it. I don't remember actually seeing any fires. I guess there's lanterns everywhere. It could be somewhere up that I haven't been up to yet. I guess I was going to ask, could I have done this quest before fighting the Twilight Master? But fighting the Twilight Master didn't, like, gate anything? Oh, wait. Maybe it kind of did. That's a campfire. Berry tree over here. Nice. And that was not on the map, was it? But I could have... nothing would have stopped me from walking in here, though, right? Is what I was wondering, if I could have gotten to this screen before. Because I thought all the other times, like... I needed to do the relevant dungeon or quest just to be able to get to the area that the quest guy was sending you to. It's really well hidden. It's a really good reason not to look over there without the hints, too. You know, I think every single one of these little timed switches has had a remaining time indicator, and I just never noticed it. Because I'm a dummy dum-dum. I should figure out where I'm going. I can't restart the timer. Like it stood out in some way, there was some conveyance that you can move through it. Got it. Should figure out where I'm going next from all the way up here, though. This feels productive, but... I just don't have the height. Oh. Doy. Interesting. That's still way higher than me, then. Jesus. Okay. Don't know what those are impacting right now. Find a way to get to that one. It's not making a launchy thing that I can get to. Can't get on top of that green down there. Jumping down here doesn't help me. Can't jump over across to that. Need to be higher to reach that one. This is a bit of a spoiler for this puzzle, but is part of the puzzle on this one just hitting all of the switches within the time limit, and then something happens? It's not that like hitting any one of the switches is doing something necessarily. Okay. But I'm not like making any progress. If I only hit one of those switches, it's not like opening something. Like I can get through this entire area without hitting any of the switches to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. Now I get up to that one. Now I get to that one on the bottom. It's too tall. Can't jump down through there. Go this way. This feels like a dead end, even if it's not. Oh. Alright. Depth perception was final boss. Okay. Still not high enough. I see. Okay, thank you, Walter. You worded it exactly the way that I wanted it. I appreciate it. There's no partial effect from anything fewer than all of the switches. No! Oh, good. Thanks, game. You knew that I didn't want to do that. So it's slightly higher than me, but kind of hard to tell that it is. That must be a thing that I can only access from the opposite side. Okay. That makes sense. So I can jump up. See which switches I'm still missing. One over here. If I can make it to that switch, that's good. Can reach it from that height still. Oh yeah, what does it remind you of, Isla? This song's pretty obviously 10 for me. Boy Meets World theme song. I can hear that. It's so funny. It's like there's a finite number of melodies, right? Okay, so I know how to hit every switch except one. That one I don't know how to hit. And I assume that's part of the same set of switches. Probably involves jumping all along these guys without falling. This is a place where I can jump back down to the start. Okay. So, I'm gonna try something. So the timer runs out here. This is tough though, I'm impressed. I do want to start from up here. Whoops. Well, so much for that plan. It seems like the time limit's pretty long. It's fairly forgiving, I would hope, given how much jumping around you gotta do. I probably don't have to bounce off of this thing the second that I hit it. I think I wanted to stay on the platform. Well, I guess we'll see. I don't know that this actually slows anything down all that much. That was a depth perception one. And this might be bad. Still leaving the one all the way in the bottom right behind. No, it's not those four. There's one more area that I haven't explored on this map I need to figure out before we can call this. Oh, there's one there too, shit. Okay, so presumably I can find my way all the way across. That down arrow, though. I thought it was going to connect to an up arrow and it would be a one-way thing, but I think it only goes in one direction. Okay, so next question is, how do I get down to the lower right corner? Jump up in this guy. Nowhere else where I can gain height from here. See if I can find an alternate route from the beginning. So I come out through here on the left side. There's this jumpy point that I haven't been able to activate. Connects to something somewhere. Okay. I have a guess. Well, see, I thought maybe it was walking on this grass up here, but I don't know if I can actually get up there. Probably not. Okay, so without hitting anything, let's continue through the stage and see if I can find my way over there. This all seems very well and good up this way. Okay, so that is definitely taller than I am. Nothing interesting from here. This is the highest I can get in this section. Alright, so I'm willing to accept a hint here. What's the general section of the screen that I should be going to try to get to the southeast corner over here? There's gotta be something I can jump on. I'm guessing it's a depth perception thing, that it's like I can make the jump but don't realize it. That one seems like that sort of a thing, but I can probably get to it from up here. could jump on that thing, that would change things, but it's too tall. Definitely can't jump on this rock over here on my right. The 3 tallest poles in the top right corner. Thank you. That's what I needed. Appreciate it. I kind of wrote those off as not being able to do anything with them. This pole in particular, right? These 3 here. What can I get to that I couldn't get to before? That one's the same height as me. I technically jump on this thing with the switch? No, I guess I can't. I thought I just fell but couldn't get back up. Okay. Everything's fine. Took me a second to process what I had done. Okay, so I can jump on this one, and that lets me hit the switch. But I can't jump anywhere else from here. Get to this one. You think that would let me jump up on this platform, but as far as I tell, it can't. This lets me jump here. Why do I care? So it lets me jump here, which lets me jump. Oh, thank you. I just went completely blind there. Oops. Thanks, game. You knew I didn't want to do that. Okay. And if I hit that switch, does that give me a shortcut? So, okay. Awesome. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It must be miserable to watch. I appreciate it. I need to figure out how to get to this last one here. Probably involves going around this way. Maybe? Woof. Well, may as well try. It's not gonna happen, but I know what all I have to hit now. Not if I screw up the aiming on that. Oh right, there's the last one up here. That was it. No! 8 seconds, maybe. Damn. Golly gosh. Cutting it close. That was fun. A cool puzzle. Up by the jump pad? Oh. That may have gotten me in trouble because I thought I had a working solution. Right, but it probably kept me from exploring that area more. Is the splash from the charge shot? Sure. Don't want to risk it. So I healed a full basically for free in here. Okay, so there's going to be some ricochet shenanigans to activate one, I'm guessing. So is it that the further away you are from them, the faster they're going to move before they start to explode? I keep wanting to stay somewhat close to them because I'm worried about, I'm worried about them, like, getting stuck on a wall and screwing up their pathing. Okay. Yeah, that must have been why they weren't behaving intuitively for me earlier. I was thinking I was going to be doing the opposite, just staying as close as I could to them the whole time. Turns out they're actually pretty good at pathing. Oh, and also they can fly over things. Okay, well, that would explain it. Let's see, this looks like a fight room. That's so satisfying, the launch. Good God. So many floating damage numbers. Okay, can't do my old trick anymore. That was bad, whatever that was. Yeah, I hear you, Stormlock. For sure. Game is very satisfying in general. Oh hey! Warpy balls. Alerting questing grunt. Hi? I'm still a little underleveled, I think, for this stage of the game. That makes a really honestly good effort at dodging that fire laser. Might be immune to burn? Yes, I think that's true. It's ice and lightning. Oh, interesting. Okay. I realize these bugs could blow these up. No, he can blow them up. Maybe? Maybe not, actually. Oh, here we go. It's cool that the whole dungeon's been building up on that. Oh god. Wow. Okay, lesson learned. Got it. Roger. You can be affected by the shock debuff. Ouch. Immune to burn. He explodes after that happens, okay. He's still super tanky though, even after that. Yikes. Okay. Don't fuck this one up in the later phases. Ooh, damn. Okay. Even with a shield. Alright, so there's probably a way I can do more damage to this dude. I feel like I'm hitting him way too slow, so I'm gonna try some different stuff here. Might just be neutral attacks trigger a break status on him pretty quickly. Oh. Now it's not. It's only when he's doing certain moves. Okay. Gotcha. And when he does that phase transition, he spawns ads, so I should be ready. We're gonna be Sad Panda. Yes. I know. I give myself one of these. These bugs are extra nasty when several of them are alive at the same time, because they can do some really gross combo moves. Let me go ahead and finish them off before I force a phase transition on Mr. Panda here. If I can get myself now, I was wondering if I could trap myself in there with him. Okay, that's where I do a phase transition. Gotcha. Now I've got mechanics. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's an attack. That is an attack. Yikes. Whoa! And the damage I took from the cat robot mattered. Alright, so I know how to damage him, but it's just super slow because he's a super tanky boss. I kind of like that they have you warp over here just so you remember that that's a thing before the boss does it in phase 2. I wish I had a quick way to nuke these guys like I did with the lightning and ice versions of them. They're not really weak against burn, unfortunately. Shit. Kill the ads before you trigger a phase transition next time. I did way less damage that time, I don't know why. Maybe it wasn't fully vulnerable? Maybe I had some kind of like buff that was making me do more damage at low health? Last time I used that move on him, he like went down almost immediately. Oh, is that where I did the damage from knocking him off the stage? guess that's like health percentage. Got a phase transition there. I pretty much have to go for a range to knock him down now, I think. Phase 2 is pretty different, it looks like. Okay, that's how you're supposed to damage him. Got it. One brand of elemental damage I want to do here is maybe to chill him occasionally. May as well just do that now. I guess he becomes vulnerable for longer while chilled. Phase change. He's gonna go up and down, he's gonna go faster. Yeah, okay. Oh, design space, I love you so much. So it writes itself sometimes, right? Come up with your mechanics and everything else kind of flows naturally from there. Oops. Burn through one of them. Alright, I want to keep chill on him so I have more time to beat him up during that. Don't interrupt my shit. Sure, when things are going kind of well. Rude. Phase transition. 3 times now, right? And even faster. Who writes the shit? I love it. My friend in real life gave me shit for using the word correct. Because it's like arrogant to suggest that, you know, there's one right way to do things. I was really just using it as a shorthand and hyperbole to mean like, it seems like a really, really good decision. And I think that like the way this boss's phases work is correct in that respect. Off the edge, asshole! Not quite dead, but we're getting there. I'll make sure I kill the ad before I end up having 3 of these dudes on the stage at the same time, you know? Yeah. One of my wife's favorite Futurama lines. She has a lot of favorite Futurama lines. Watched it every night for like 7 years. It blew her mind when it turned out that like that's a thing. Like, Futurama sleepers is a subreddit. We're not the only crazy people who do that. Nice. Whew. Lightning's pretty good when you first get it. Hover pad. Got 2 levels from that boss fight? Damn. Broken chakrams. Get hype. Alright. You don't need the fall damage to win the fight. So what other, what else can you do in it? Went from basically abandoning ice to like falling in love with chill in the late game. Card arts I'm less excited about. Thimblewinter, of course. I like super armor. Not super clear on how it works, but only vulnerable on the side, and then only when its turret's visible. Oh, see, I didn't even realize that that's true about all of the panda enemies. That was the first panda enemy that I've defeated. I hadn't figured out their shenanigan before. See his mid-second open up. I see. Yeah, it's easy to fall into that trap in video games, I think, to like use an ability because you've had it forever. It's the one you're most familiar with now. Seems fairly cheap. I give it 4 points of wind. Wave. Knockback I'm not as pumped about. The melee stuff I'm not as pumped about. Yeah, you don't have to turn the shield in the right direction. I wish that I were a blocking player, definitely a dodging player. There are some fights that I probably struggle a lot with that I would be fine with if I was, like, willing to block. Alright. Back to... what's his nuts? Wait, does Rhombus have its own map location now? Or do I go through Rhombus Square? Oh, I see. It counts as the same area. Gotcha. Yeah, big, like this crazy ice charge does a lot of damage without all the upgrades. I'm a regen guy. Regen, mobility, high frames on dodge. Like to win through attrition. Yo! You did it. Observatory in Autumn's Rise. Did he seem nervous? Dude, it's super weird that, like, so many of the areas in Autumn's Rise have, like, kind of lame names, like Pathway 1, 2, and 3. I think they're almost all unique zone names later on. You feel like it would be the opposite, that they would start to get lazy at the end game. Any messages? It's nice checking out the game after so long. It's been like half a year ago. Hello, Horned One. You are a mystery sender. Perfect guarding is fun if you can land it every time. I had a couple fights where I learned how to do it. I was getting okay with it with the Super Nintendo boss, but it ended up being better to just dodge. Hey, Six Gun, how you doing? I've been so busy, nobody had time to meet in the game to hang out with your old man. Promise you we'd finish this quest. Oh man, cat's in the cradle of this. Why don't you just call and tell us? I don't need a fancy quest to hang out with you. Who's our blue-haired friend? Nice, Six Gun. There's some guard arts at auto perfect guard. Nice. I like the way that this ended up playing out, right? It's not Cats in the Cradle, even though he keeps suggesting that there's something insidious. Makes you get all those items where it now feels like nothing. Oh, cool. I don't know why he's wearing that armor. Maybe he got it during the beta phase? Have a chat with the design team. Gotta get all the different classes. Back when I was marking chests in the distant past. One game that I was able to stay on top of that shit was Lana 2. I knew I would have a bad time if I didn't. Find yourself a broken equipment. Congratulations. I opened the old observatory. Electric Guard, Spheromancer, Triblator, Pedophis, and Hexacast. Of course. It's been a while since we did this event. The last step was added post-release. Ravel the secret behind the ruined observatory. She's great. Super hardcore player that's been playing forever. Guild mom. Doesn't want to ruin the experience for anybody else. Typical new players don't know the joy of walking aimlessly through a wild for hours. Secret to everybody. Chakrams for Spheromancer. Cool. So we got transported to the observatory. Make sure only 500 at the same time. Yeah, I want my loot. Space World. Conquered even the most daring trials. You, the traveler, the envoy of change. Built this observatory. Maybe your guiding light and wait for the message from the sky. Actually, they'll become even stronger. Ooh. That's cool. How much are we talking? Okay. Nothing to sneeze at. Increased time needed to aim is always good. Here's all the HP boosts now. Usually I hate max health. It's like my least favorite stat. But since it affects regen rate. Deadly Decoy. I played a couple games that have made me want max HP increases. I guess roguelikes, I almost always go for them right away. Or healing is so hard to come by that you just need to have a few extra allowances for mistakes. Especially with how easy it is to, like, tilt in a roguelike. There's extra lore if you use your Seeker Sense in there. I'll pop back in a sec. Just love the bunnies on the mural. She's a lore nerd too, that's great. I love this game. Interesting. So that's the solar system, basically. God damn it. My Dungeons & Dragons campaign has been on the moon of a gas giant for like a decade now. Somebody beat me to it in official published works. Dig it though. Let's see. Keep doing stuff down in Romstown. Into Dark Souls 3, you went for a ton of HP. Nuclear power sounds familiar. I'm really excited to beat the game so I can, oh, 8-Bit Theater. I'm like, why do I think that that's something else? Yeah. Nuclear power was the URL. Absolutely. Magic missile in the darkness. I haven't read that in... Whew. I used to be super into webcomics. That's pretty cool, Walter. Beating the game, I don't really know how I should feel about that. Well, the last secret there is, and even be the last and hardest boss, and I had so much fun doing it. Nice. I love the funky Mitsuda bass in this zone. Until the shop opens. I don't really remember endgame cities being a thing in classic MMOs. It's super common now, though. I feel like, you know, think of World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 11, like the city that everyone gathered was usually like one of the earliest cities you had access to. Ironforge or Orgrimmar or Junon in 11. I feel like there's probably a design reason for wanting to encourage players to congregate in a new area with each expansion. I'm trying to think what it is, though. Yeah. Because I guess starting with Burning Crusade, you probably want to be in Shattrath, right? And then The hell is that? One of the cars is playing music. Nice. Wrath of the Lich King, you spend most of your time in Dalaran and so on. Well, I guess just the interesting thing is that the place you congregate is the endgame city, not like the starting city, like it used to be way back in the day. Chest detector. That's nice. Didn't we have something like that, but only for one dungeon? And just having that as an upgrade, I don't actually have to equip it, right? It's a key item. Mine detector is the thing I was thinking of. But 14 doesn't do that. 14 doesn't care about putting market port in the endgame zones. Booster item. Booster add-on. Enemies in the affected area become stronger. Oh, that's cool. It's a fun little... Man, that feels so, like, endgamey too, right? Here's your reason to go back to dead content and revive it. I don't think I'll end up doing that in this playthrough, but I'm glad that that exists. This might be a game that I'll play more. Is it done? Is it still getting content patches? Done? I'm just looking underneath the leaves. Right. Post-game DLC. I'm telling you, please make Crossroads into a game. I'll play it. I guess that's just the problem, is that, like, you can't make an indie MMO. Like, making an MMO is so expensive and difficult. Probably never gonna happen. Guacamole toast takes the suffering of entire generations in every bite. It's avocado toast. Make sure I use that on the final boss, right? Tells of toggles for a second playthrough. I say this every single episode, but this game needs to be better known. It's not that it's underrated, because I don't like that term. It's that just nobody knows about it. More people should know about it. That's super good. Okay. Anything that's all or mostly green? Epic Metal, Hydrofang. Is purple, like, better than gold? Infinity +1 bag? Oh. Interesting. Lucky. There's a couple like names of buffs in this game that are very familiar from other RPGs. I kind of enjoy that. I do that in my D&D setting, like I borrow from a lot of classic. Like if you're going to have a spear in the game, of course, the ultimate spear is called Gungnir or Longinus. The spell that you cast that makes you act more quickly is probably called Haste. I like those consistent naming structures, but I hate I hate Persona. I don't know that I hate SMT. I played Digital Devil Saga and I actually like that game. Yeah, I'm the one who's wrong. It's the Seymour, Principal Seymour gif. What does the life fiber uniform do? I think the thing that frustrates me about Persona is that there's like a lot of potential in the concept. Like, you're really gonna follow these characters through 300 plus days. There's some character development stuff you can do that you can't really do in a traditional movie or book or even video game, and yet it's still just predictable tropey bullshit. It's just 100 hours of predictable tropey bullshit instead of, 40 hours or whatever you typically get out of JRPGs. 2000 HP in region. Oh wow, it's pretty good. Unit tab and records menu and options menu have been unlocked. I kind of like the game is early access thing, like, because I bet when this game first came out in early access, like, that kind of resonated. This cup shows its name, the trophy you've unlocked, some of your progress in a cup. What kind of game is it, Leon? Or like, what's the sell other than it's a roguelike? Elevator pitch. They're pretty cool end game things. You can go back and like fight bosses and stuff. I love the ape whale fight. It was so cool. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and progress here. Okay, maybe like Adom. It's not a roguelite. That's cool. I think roguelikes are one of my favorite genres to like tap out, to collapse the wave function, to know what all the possibilities are, all the possible drops and potential builds. Like, actually playing through and beating them is less interesting to me than like seeing all of the things the game has to offer. Arena school with scoring system punishes you for getting hit. What do you see, Leah? Get the fuck out. It's okay, kitties. I know you're starving to death. In the cave. Yeah, I hear on that, Walter. Like, I like what roguelites have done so much, just to make you feel like you did something, some kind of progression. And I think that most games are roguelites now. Like, you don't get real true, brutal roguelikes very often. I don't need much in terms of progression, just like the mildest, something that is different because I've played the game already, right? It's not just that I have mastery over it and can play it more competently. I think that's a failing on my part, though. But yeah, what's the roguelike problem? I might actually be able to make that jump. Okay. I thought that was way higher for some reason. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Binding of Isaac, like, you get item unlocks, but they're not that persistent. I like Dead Cells if you haven't played it. That one was really good. Hades looks like it's spinning up to be pretty awesome, too. And the Bastion Transistor devs. Not entirely. I hadn't thought about that before, Spiky. You raise a good point. That, like, fundamentally in the genre, you spend 80% of your time and 20% of the game, which is probably, like, the least interesting part of the game, right? I guess part of it is, like, optimizing that first 20% of the game. Hot and cold type thing, I guess? Hmm. I see that scene again? Okay. Gotcha. I had it a second ago. Okay. I had to, like, understand what they actually wanted me to do here. I think I get it now. Oh, okay. Cool. You gotta assume it's, like, the biggest hassle, right? Dark Sun was in a science fiction setting instead of fantasy. Interesting. I'll go all the way down. Now, this is one of my favorite takes on the silent protagonist. Like, I've only played a couple games where the silence of the protagonist is, like, rolled into the story. It's like, it's diegetic, you know? I guess Prey also pulled that off too, which I thought was cool. A lot of times I feel like the protagonist is silent because that's just the way we do things, right? Sometimes you get some fun shit, like Earthbound is a little bit different in that the character that you're currently controlling is silent, but is not silent if they appear in the third person later. Then you have things like the Luminous Hall sequence where you can hear Nessa's thoughts. Shoot. If you ever want to watch the VODs for these on YouTube, Stormlock, like, I gush about this game. I'm actually trying to hold back a little bit because I've already said it so many times now, but it's super good. Okay. Non-sub games. Try clicking on the advanced FAQ, that might explain it a little bit better, but basically, whenever a game wins the vote, we hold an auction, and people can bid on the auction with SP. Whoever wins the auction gets a slot, and then they can put whatever game they want in the slot, provided that it meets the Metacritic threshold. I might just have to jump straight down from there. In fact, we're going to be doing an auction later this week for the slot that was opened up from Banjo-Tooie winning. Normally I would have triggered it last week, but I was busy with TwitchCon. Interesting. This might be the prologue sequence. Okay, so I could see this getting to be like super significant plot stuff. So like last time when we first got to Vermilion Waste, I stopped. I'm going to stop here and we'll leave it for next session. I'll let you guys know what's coming up for the rest of the week. We played about an hour of Antechamber, yeah. It's cool if you keep generating it. There's other people that would help you vote for Antechamber for sure. I'm excited to play more of it. I really liked the hour or so that we played.